And the other thing she kept saying the whole time, like could not get it right, even though this is the team that she chose, the Kansas Shitty Chiefs. You should have known when you kept calling them the Kansas Shitty Chiefs that they were going to lose. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to another episode of Almost Rich, Almost Famous, Almost Daily.
I think we finally recovered from our first ever sidecast, which happened on Super Bowl Sunday. It was Almost Rich, Almost Famous, Almost in Tampa. Sadly, we're actually in Cleveland as I look out to snow. I have a whole new respect for people that host like 4 to 5 hour shows. That was exhausting, talking for that long. I love to talk.
I know you just said that you're recovered. I am not recovered. I feel like I could sleep for 7 hours. I do feel like it's inherent in you just to talk, like, and talk and talk and talk and talk, and entertain. For me, it's not. That is like a lot. Like it takes a lot out of me. And by the end of it, like I think you wanted to still stay up and like drink. I was like, no, good night. I'm going to bed.
I didn't want it to end either. There was like 3 minutes left of the game. And at that point, I'm like, well, let's just go until the end of the game. And I keep talking to the iPads. Betsy is getting up off the couch and like literally her fingers like right there, ready to press like bye. And I'm like, okay, guys, well, I guess we're leaving. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got to go. And you turn it off, you eat another taco, and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to bed. I'm like, well, wait, what? We're like not going to celebrate? We're not going to have another margarita? You're like, no, that was too much for me. I'm going to bed. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So I guess I am more into the whole like talking and entertaining for hours on end, but I was very tired yesterday.
Yeah, it definitely it was so much fun. I don't know, those of you who tuned in, we would love to hear your feedback because again, it was our first sidecast. Neither of us have ever even watched a sidecast. We don't even actually know if sidecast is a real name.
I'm like, should we even explain what sidecast is? Do we even know how to explain what a sidecast is? Because I never heard of it and we just kind of went with it.
Right. So this is basically how I understand a sidecast. The game is going on, the Super Bowl is going on, and you have us like commenting on the commercials and what we know about this player or just like what's going on in the game. So we're just supposed to be left on the side as like the main events going on. I thought the game was boring. I thought we were more of the main show, but that's just me.
I agree. It was a very boring game. Not to get into sports, but I thought it was going to be coming up right until that last drive. But Tom Brady, can't bet against him. You chose them to win. Betsy, the sports guru. Is that right? Guru?
No, Bridget. And then Bridget kept saying one of two things during that day. She kept saying, oh, you're a sports guru. Wait, would you say guru? You're a sports guru. I was like, well, it's guru. And the other thing she kept saying the whole time, like could not get it right, even though this is the team that she chose, the Kansas Shitty Chiefs. You should have known when you kept calling them the Kansas Shitty Chiefs that they were going to lose.
Well, I know. Well, the thing is, like, I would probably just like in the back of my mind still upset that they beat the Browns when I knew that the Browns should have won. But I think Patrick Mahomes is great, so I was really rooting for them. Yeah. Clearly, it didn't work out. So I do think that Almost Rich, Almost Famous, Almost in Tampa became the main cast, and the game was the side cast because it was so stupid and boring.
So I was, as we were doing this, and I'm talking about the halftime commercials that have happened in the past. Bridget's telling you guys about Barrio and how amazing it was. I'm in the comments, right? So I'm kind of like talking, kind of looking at the comments. There are people calling us all sorts of names. Your friend Jessa, my sister Gracie are like defending us, and I'm dying. It's just a lot to deal with that was going on during that sidecast. I didn't know if I should be looking here, if I should be looking down. Like it was just a lot going on.
Yeah, and I feel like we've learned from it now. We definitely need like an intern or a full-time producer. Sunny was an amazing IT producer, our manager, but we like almost needed someone there to read our comments because we want to interact live, but it was too much. You can't read, you can't talk, you're watching the game. It was a lot. Overall, it was so fun though. We had a lot of tacos and margaritas from Barrio. We got to just hang out together, which was amazing. Looking forward to our next sidecast, which I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll figure that one out. But we are going to be back in studio starting next week. Full podcasts are making their return. You can again get those on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or the Land on Demand. So those will be happening. That'll be next Friday, which I don't know what that date is, but we'll be back in studio next Wednesday for that. Also subscribe to our YouTube page if you're watching this on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Instagram. Everything is Almost Rich, Almost Famous.
And the date will be February 19th. So stay tuned for that day as we will be dropping a new episode. Keep us posted on what you guys want to hear. We're always looking for topics. So keep us posted, and thanks for tuning in to our sidecast.
Bye.
Cheers.